A lot of people in this generation struggle with relationships. I think relationships is a big topic for this generation and just the world we live in today. A lot of people struggle in relationships, man. It ain't just black people, it ain't just white people, it's just people in general. The dating pool has piss in it, as people like to say. I don't even think the dating pool got piss in it. I think the dating pool is made out of piss. You want to know why? Because it's so many. When I get online and I read comments, I watch videos of people talking about relationships, and I read the comments and I watch the videos, and all I see is hurt little boys and hurt little girls. It's just a bunch of people speaking through their trauma. You know, we've all been hurt in some way, shape, or form by the opposite sex. And it's hard for people to get over what they've been through. And you know what they say, if you don't heal your wounds, you bleed on people that didn't cut you, right? That's all dating is nowadays. People are putting band-aids over the wounds that they never healed. And they get in new relationships. They jumping from relationship to relationship to relationship. And they bleeding on people that didn't cut them. You got to wall up for the next person because of what the last person did. Nobody's taking time to heal. And I think that's the real problem in society now when it comes to relationships. Nobody's taking time to heal before they jump into the next relationship, because we've all been taught, oh, to get over the last person, you got to get with somebody new. Or you end up going through a breakup and you go sleep with a bunch of people to try and get over the last person. But that doesn't make you feel better. You just sink deeper into depression. You sink deeper into your hurt. Sex is not love. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to judge nobody. But people need to hear certain things, because if you never acknowledge that you have a problem, then the problem never gets fixed, right? And a lot of us got a lot of problems. I'm not no expert in nothing. I'm just a guy with an opinion, right? And I really didn't even want to talk about or jump into the relationship space or talk about relationships or none of that in general, because I didn't want to feed into what I see already out there. I didn't want to feed into the toxicity or, you know, the gender war or whatever. I didn't even want to feed into that. But I feel like some stuff just, I see a lot of videos on this topic, and I just see a lot of stuff that people not saying, and so I want to say it. You know, healing is essential, and before you get into a new relationship, you should heal yourself. You should take some time off, at least a year, to heal from your last relationship. Even if y'all ended on a good note, it's still good to take some time out and to get over that person. That's the only way. Say time heals all wounds, right? That's the only way to heal yourself, not jumping into a new relationship, not sleeping with a bunch of people. I'm not saying I've never done these things. I'm just saying now I realize that doing that is not gonna fix the problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person that is in a bunch of relationships. I have exes and stuff like that, but I never just jump from relationship to relationship. But I have gotten out of relationship and slept with a bunch of people thinking that was gonna help me get over somebody, and it doesn't work like that. Everybody should take time out to heal first. Even if, like I said, even if the relationship didn't end on a bad note, even if y'all just agreed y'all wasn't right for each other and y'all just move on peacefully, you still need to take time to get over that person because you became attached. This is why relationships are not working now. This is why everybody has such a hard time, because people have been hurt, and instead of healing from their past trauma, healing from their hurt, and moving on from the person, they just jump right into a new relationship, or they sleep with a bunch of people. And I don't think everybody realizes each side is saying the same thing about each other. The men are saying the same thing about the women that the women are saying about the men. We're all saying the same things about each other. We're all saying, oh, the men ain't shit, women ain't shit. Or, you know, men are cheaters. Or no, women cheat more. Or men cheat more. Or, like I said, the dating pool don't have piss in it. The dating pool is made out of piss. It's nothing but piss. Because it's nothing but a bunch of hurt individuals who refuse to do the healing work, who refuse to heal their trauma, who refuse to do the work necessary to get over their last partner. And so you bleeding on people that didn't cut you. And this is where the gender war, or whatever you want to call it, is coming from. This is why men and women have such a hard time being together now. Nobody can make it work. And as far as all of the, you know, single mothers, it's a lot of single mothers out here, and it's men and women's fault. I don't want to blame one gender for anything, because it takes two to tango, right? But at the end of the day, everything is all good. Everything is all good in the beginning relationship when y'all sleeping with each other, y'all going on dates, y'all sleeping with each other. It's all good. And then soon as a baby comes, as soon as some responsibility comes, now, oh, I can't make it work, or we got a co-parent, or this is not gonna work. It's the responsibility of being able to take care of a child. And some people, when they might be one way in a relationship, but then once real responsibility comes into play, once children come into play, once bills come into play, now you see the real person. Now you see who they really are. You know what I'm saying? When y'all just having fun, sex is fun. Dating is fun. That's the childish part of the relationship. But the bills, living together, children, that's when real responsibility comes in. And I think a lot of people, when real responsibility comes knocking at the door, a lot of people can't handle that. And so you see a different side of them. And so the person is not who you thought they were. And so now you guys are breaking up. When y'all thought y'all were going to be together, now y'all breaking up because y'all see that this person is not fit to be a mom, or this person not fit to be a dad. Or, there are guys that are deadbeats that run off, but there are deadbeat moms too. That just doesn't get talked about as much because women are coddled in society. They don't have to address their issues like men do, because men are looked at as being tougher. We have to take more. We're expected to take more. Women, they're more emotional. So anything that you say to them that's in disagreement with what they believe, they take it as an attack. And so people don't like to bring up the women's side on that topic, but there are deadbeat mothers out here too. But that's not what this video is about. It's about society as a whole needing to heal. Relationships in this generation will never work until people start taking accountability for, number one, the things they do in a relationship, and two, until they learn how to move on from their past relationship and stop bringing their past trauma into new relationships. It's like, because everybody has trust issues, right? You hear that a lot. Oh, I got trust issues. That's not normal. That's not normal. That's not a normal thing. You shouldn't have trust issues going into a new relationship. You have trust issues because you haven't healed the part of yourself from your last relationship. Your heart hasn't healed. If you have trust issues, if you can't trust somebody, you don't need to be in a relationship. The relationship is bound to fail from the beginning. It don't matter how much connection you have. You could be with the right person. There's a lot of relationships out here that ended because it was the right person, wrong time. Neither one of y'all have healed. Y'all might have chemistry, y'all might work out, but neither one of y'all have healed. And so a relationship that could have been fostered in love and trust, y'all break up because there's no solid foundation. You have to trust the person that you're with. You can't get into a relationship having trust issues and expect the other person to fix that for you. Oh, I hear a lot of people say, oh, I got trust issues. You got to be tough to deal with me, or you got to be patient with me because I'm still. No, you ain't supposed to make other people suffer for what somebody else did. You're not supposed to, you got to be tough to deal with me because I done been through it, so you got to be patient. No, you deal with what you need to deal with before you get into a relationship. You shouldn't make somebody else suffer for what you've gone through. That's not their fault. They didn't do that to you. And that's unfair to them. And it's unfair to yourself. Heal yourself first before you jump into a new relationship, or before you start sleeping with a bunch of people, because sex is not love.